How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the all-new Maserati MC20 Cielo from a first-person point of view. Based on the Maserati MC20 Coupe, Cielo means sky in Italian, aptly named for the convertible variant. Like the Coupe, it features the Nettuno engine, a 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6, making 621 horsepower and 538 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, rear-wheel drive, and capable of sprinting from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds with a top speed of 202 miles an hour. This specific MC20 has been highly optioned with the exterior carbon fiber package, a $39,000 option which gives it carbon fiber absolutely everywhere. We've got upgraded carbon ceramic Brembo brakes for ample stopping power, and I just absolutely love how breathtaking the design is of the MC20. Now, because it's a Spider, they've redesigned the rear air vents, as well as added some vortex generators and redesigned the rear diffuser to make sure it drives and has as much downforce and cooling as the Coupe. Overall, it is such a good-looking vehicle. Look at the extent of carbon fiber all throughout the exterior. Man, what a car. Here is the key. Now, the only complaint I have about the exterior of the MC20 Cielo is how small the trunk space is. We really only have this as storage space, which is taken up by my backpack. You could have a couple more bags in here, but it's definitely not a weekend trip kind of car. To hop inside the MC20, we've got this hidden door handle right here to open up those gorgeous doors. You can see all of the exposed forged carbon fiber, which looks fantastic. This interior is finished in ice white, a combination of leather and Alcantara, which looks absolutely fantastic. The steering wheel in carbon fiber and Alcantara, and dual 10.25-inch displays. I absolutely love the interior of the MC20. They did such a good job at making it feel very upscale, having some tech, and also being performance-oriented all at the same time. When you change through the various driving modes, it also changes what the instrument cluster looks like. I love Corsa mode, looks fantastic, that horizontal layout, but if we go ahead and put it into sport mode, it's a more conventional circular layout. But we can also head over to this button, which happens to be a touchscreen. So if we scroll over, you can actually choose between different suspension settings within that individual mode. If we go over to Corsa mode, we'll even have different suspension settings to choose from. Let's go ahead and scroll over, and then we can choose between hard and mid. We also have a dedicated launch control button on the steering wheel itself, as well as a button to raise the car, the front lift, on the steering wheel itself, which is fantastic. 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission with massive paddles. If we head over to the infotainment display and click Vehicle, right here, we can click on Spider and control the roof. So in as little as 12 seconds, this roof will go ahead and be placed back on to the MC20, and it works at speeds of up to 30 miles an hour, which is pretty awesome. Now, once the roof is on, it's got some pretty cool features that I want to show you. So one of the best parts about a Spider is having a rear window that can actually go down. And in the MC20 Cielo, we have that. So we go ahead and click on this right here. That rear window lowers so you can hear the engine a little bit more. Another one of my favorite parts about the MC20 Cielo is this button right here. We've got an electrochromic glass roof that changes opacity with the click of a button. So right now, if we click this button, you can't see through it, right? Click Cielo, boom, you can see the sky. Click it again, can't see it, and now you can. All right, guys, let's take it for a drive and see what it's like. Behind the wheel of the MC20 now, and this thing shocks me every time I drive it. The MC20, whether in coupe or Cielo form, is such an underrated driver's car. It feels to me very similar to the Ford GT, a car that was renowned for its driving experience to the tune of taking a $500,000, $600,000 MSRP supercar and having values well into the $1 million range. This has some serious similarities between it and the Ford GT. For one, the motor. This has got a 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6, making 620 horsepower, which has more horsepower per liter than the Ford GT with its 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged 6-cylinder. And the blow-off valves, listen to this. right behind your head, the characteristic exhaust note and the turbo noises are so addicting in the Cielo. This thing is so good. The feedback in the steering is fantastic. You feel all the bumps beneath you. The traction control in Corsa allows you to slip a bit, but not get too wild. I mean, this thing is unbelievable. Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, the stopping power is wild. It takes a little bit to get used to the brakes because it has a really firm brake pressure. But once you're used to it, I really like the way the brakes feel. It feels like something straight out of a race car. Oh my gosh. And what I love about this car, it took a little bit to find this actually, and at first I didn't think it had a rear window, but it does, is if you go to this display right here for the convertible mechanism, and you hold this, the rear window behind me opens up, and then you've got a little bit more exhaust note into the cabin without having to drop the top. It's actually not quite as big of a difference as I was expecting. I think they do such a phenomenal job of making sure you can hear engine and exhaust note in the cabin with the window up, that putting it down isn't life-changing, but you can hear a bit more. Oh my God. This gearbox is also phenomenal. It's an 8-speed dual clutch unit, and it's unbelievably impressive in the way that it shifts. At high speeds, it's instantaneous, and at low speeds, it kind of kicks you in the back a bit, giving you this characteristic of, in a way, a single clutch transmission, the drama of that, but then having the smoothness when you need it of a dual clutch and the instantaneous response of a dual clutch. It has such a good nature to the feeling of this transmission. I'm in love with this car, honestly. I've had the top up in the beginning of this video just so audio is a little bit more clear. But if we slow down to below 30 miles an hour, you can go ahead and click this button here, and in 12 seconds, it'll drop the top of the Cielo, which is unbelievably fast. The mechanism looks really cool as well. The fact that you can do this while we're driving along is awesome. Top's going down, and there we go. All the way dropped down for the full Cielo Sky experience. All right, let's go ahead and put it back up so you can hear me a little bit better. But honestly, this thing is so nice. It's got such a good climate control inside, and the heated seats are phenomenal. Look at that Huracan STO. All right, you probably can't hear me whatsoever, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this top back up. The touchscreen does take a little bit to get used to. Sometimes I click it and it wasn't actually activating the top earlier. It might be nice to have a hard control. A lot of the stuff in this car is digitized. I've got two dual 10.25-inch screens, which the graphics are phenomenal, but in a pinch, when you want the top to go up, sometimes it's a little bit messy. The climate controls, there's no hard controls. You have to do that through the screen, but it gets really warm in here. The heated seats work fantastic. And now we're completely isolated from the freezing cold environment outside. Now let's go through some of the different driving modes. We've got this beautiful digital drive mode selector down here that's actually touchscreen. So if you swipe over to the side, when I'm in Corsa mode, now I can choose, I'll go ahead and pull over real quick, between hard suspension mode and mid. So if I scroll that, now I'm in kind of a medium firmness. And then if we swipe back over, if we go into sport mode or comfort mode, let's go into GT, that's kind of the most comfortable mode. We've actually got we've got a soft mode and a mid mode. So let's keep it into GT mode. That's the comfort mode that you'll be using for daily driving, so on and so forth. There's wet, GT, sport, Corsa, and ESC off. Let's go ahead and turn this into full automatic mode and see what it's like to drive. It's got such a nice interior for a supercar, it's kind of mind-blowing, and it even has some creature comforts from the safety department that a lot of supercars don't have. It's got blind spot monitoring, which is nice. It has autonomous braking, so if you're not paying attention or somebody in front of you slows down really quickly, your MC20 will stop the car for you so you don't smash it up. Something that pretty much no supercar has, which is really nice. It's got a high-end Sonos Faber sound system. And it's honestly, in GT mode, it's really comfortable. The change between GT mode in soft suspension setting and Corsa mode in hard suspension mode is enormous. It's like a totally different car. Now it's in kind of a daily drivable setting. I will say the trunk space isn't amazing. The trunk space actually is pretty darn small, considering cars like the McLaren 750S have a massive trunk in the front, and you could actually fit a serious amount of stuff in the vehicle. But other than that, and maybe the fact that it's got these semi-plasticky buttons right here for the volume controls, I really don't have any other gripes with the car. What I do really love is that it's got a button on the steering wheel for the front lift. So you can activate the front lift really quickly on the steering wheel itself. We've also got a launch control button on the steering wheel itself, which is super cool, as well as the stop start button. I also love the fact that the instrument cluster is customizable. So now we're in GT mode, and if you flick it over to Corsa mode, here's sport mode, slightly different display. Corsa mode is, of course, my favorite display, this horizontal layout that's basically becoming the standard of track modes amongst supercars. It basically seems like if you put any car into track mode, it's gotta have a horizontal rev counter, otherwise it's it's behind the times. Put it into manual modes, pick up the pace a little bit. But this is such a rewarding driver's car. I love the exhaust note, the blow-off noises. The steering feel is phenomenal. The suspension, double wishbone, multi-link suspension, does such a great job of keeping the wheels on the ground, maximizing traction. It is such a fast car too. 621 horsepower, it only weighs 3,450 pounds with the convertible top. Only 143 pound difference between this and the coupe. And you really don't feel that weight difference whatsoever. Well guys, there you have it. I am in love with the MC20 Cielo. It's a bit expensive, but man, it is gorgeous, it is fast, and it is an absolute blast to drive. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.